I suppose it's what made us. It's what made me. And it was a more innocent time. The 80s, the music was better. Pop music. It was the time of pop music, and
the whole culture
everything was a bit more innocent. Movies and the days were sunnier.
Yeah.
And
you needed less.
But and it wasn't as dangerous. There was no mobile phones
because we were kids. Because there was a recession going on in the 80s
but it didn't affect us.
It didn't affect us because we were kids. We weren't thinking about all these problems.
You think so?
But there was
you think that's what it was?
No, but it's interesting because there was a recession.
There's nothing really for us to be really that sad about.
But it was a more innocent time, though, and it was a harsh time.
I'm with you, Dave.
Yeah,
he's right because you needed less.
We needed less.
You got shorts, t-shirt, BMX.
That's all we needed.
You're outside. You know
we were poor. I grew up poor, man. I grew up poor.
Now the kids what do they need? iPad,
PlayStation, in their phones.
You know what I mean?
We looked at each other.
Exactly.
My kids are like down. Their heads are down. They're not looking at. We looked at each other. We met girls the way you're supposed to meet girls. You played out. There was no mobile phone. So once you left that yard, there was no way of checking to your little what's the thing where they can see where you are. The location thing. Once you're gone, you're gone. If you didn't have that 10p for the phone, but you could reverse the charges.
Reverse charge, yeah.
Man showing their age.
I forgot about that.
Man showing their age.
Did you know you were going to be in the film business?
I think so.
You knew that then?
I think so. Because I was fascinated with the behind the scenes of Star Wars. I used to draw it.
Okay.
Behind the scenes, though. So I'd draw, like, if you remember, I was watching it today because I've got Disney Channel, innit? I was watching Return of the Jedi. And all the creatures in Jabba the Hutt's palace, I used to draw them, but I used to draw the people behind. So I'd draw them, but I'd draw the table like below the surface, beneath the surface, and the puppeteers, because there were animatronics back then, and puppeteers. So I used to draw all the animatronics and the people working all the different creatures, and I'd draw the space battles, and then I'd read comics, and then I'd do...
I just love doing English literature. Language, those are my favourite ones, and obviously
that's what I done. English, language, and lit, man.
Art, drawing. I'm sick of art, but I don't really. No one see my art, but I was good. So like my attention for detail and creativity. I said I'm going to be a footballer. I'm going to do acting. I'm going to do fashion design because I like clothes and all of that. But I was just on the football team really, but didn't work out. And then I studied A level anyway, theatre studies. A level, because that's when I said, if you're gonna do this football thing, you got to do A levels. All right, cool. So I had to leave the Burnham Grammar in it to go to a college to do the thing, and she wasn't happy about it. She wanted me to do sixth form at Burnham, but all my brethren was going to the college, and I was like, yeah, I can link up with everyone again now, and I can play football. So I said, I'll do A levels. So I chose English literature, art, and theatre studies. And I was like, probably there's only 2 boys in the class for little girls. Like everyone, like all the things I was doing, I was away from the man doing it. But common room distracted me because everyone's playing blackjack and cards in there. When you're not in school, you have to go to class.
Yeah.
But college, if you don't turn up, you don't turn up, innit? So I was distracted, man, because they had a little DJ thing in the common room. So I was on the decks playing cards. And yeah, I wasn't really going to lessons like that. But I was always going theatre studies. Do you know why? Because there was bare girls in the class.
There we go. Me and the man then, my crew from Battersea was like, okay, we can go Hammersmith. But I know why we went Hammersmith too, because we heard there was beer gal there. Beer gal. Like Hammersmith was like fashion parade of gal. Yeah. And also my brother had gone there years before. And it was an infamous incident, but he kind of like, he'll never be forgotten in that college, and he was only there like a week or so. So I think being 16 years old at the time, we wanted that notoriety in a way. Weird kids, like we're like, yeah, Junction, we're going to go Hammersmith. We're going Hammersmith. We're from Junction. There's 4 of us, so we're an army. No one can tell us nothing. You get me? And there I went, but I said to my dad, I asked my mum and my dad, which should I go Hammersmith? My dad's like, oh, don't go there. You know what happened with your brother. Don't go. My mum said, Adri, if you think you should go there, go there. My mum's deep like that. I went there. That place changed my life, man. Yeah, my first 2 children, my eldest 2 boys, I met their mum there. We're not together no more, but I met their mum there. And because of there, I got onto the BBC scheme. And it continued. I done media and we done A-levels, even though we bunt so much weed that they closed down sections of it. But the good thing is my brethren, we kept each other in check. It was mad. Like people was fighting, but there was girls everywhere. And it was amazing. But we kept each other in education because we were harsh on each other as brethren. We were like, nah, why weren't you in college today? Come on.
That's good.
And that's how. So even
nobody the other way
it
around.
wasn't like that with my guys. We bunt it down. We drank. We done our thing. We weren't. We were done our thing. But at the same time, we kept each other in check. We kept each other in education, and we all went on to university. And we're not smarter than anyone else, but we just had that kind of foundation to keep each other in check. But that place changed my life, and it got me to the BBC scheme, and that's why I started working in the BBC, and it continued and pushed my where I am today, going Hammersmith and West London College. Yeah. Deep place, man.
And registered with them, and then just there's loads of independent filmmakers doing shorts and whatnot. So I was just applying for just as many things as I could. I started as an extra just to get onto the sets because I wanted to just get on there and just immerse myself in the whole thing if I'm going to do this. And then one guy hit me up and he's like, yeah, just want to come and do this short. He's based in Enfield. And I didn't really know anything, but I was like, yeah. I just need you as an extra to count some money. And I was like, all right, cool. Didn't show me no script or nothing. I was like, but I didn't, at the time, I was just happy just to get started. This is about 4 years ago. And then he's like, yeah, just walk out. You're going to count this money, blah, blah, blah. And that's it. I'm like, all right, cool. So when I just went and done it, he was like, yeah, that was sick. I was like, I was just counting money. Like, but
you count money sick.
You know what it is? Because of things I used to do, I could do it quick, couldn't it?
That was very diplomatic.
Yeah. So, say no more.
Yeah. So I could do it quick, but in my head I was just thinking, I'm just can't. But it just, do you know what I mean? It flowed and it worked, and I was like, yeah, just if you got anything else, just give me a shout, man. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? He's like, all right, cool.
No, but this is so that's that. So from there, and I was writing a lot of stories. Just kept writing all the time. I don't know. I just kept writing. I was just writing everything, and then. To be honest, all my brethren knew me as the writer, innit?
Okay.
So they'd all, we'd all get high as youths. And every time we get high as youths, every time we bun a zoot, them man be coming out with a story. Because that's what you do. Yeah. They'd be like, Adrian can write it. And he used to get on my nerves, really.
Yeah, you guys sound very advanced, man.
We were, but he used to get on my nerves because they'd say Adrian could write it, and I was like, what do you mean I can write your stories? Like, and every time man gets high, man's got a new story. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, I'm not writing it. So I used to always say to them, okay, if you're serious, then write me something. If you want me to write a story, write me what you want me to write me, even if it's just a one-liner. And they'd always say, yeah, never do it, ever. Okay. You know who? One day, my brethren, Michael Che, Ghanaian brother, yeah. I said to him, he said to me, yeah, I got this story, we were high. I said, all right, write me a story if you think, He did it. He wrote me something called Halftime Hustle, yeah? Just a one-pager. And I said, rah. And not only did he do it, I said, rah, you can write, bruv. I said, you should write this with me, it's sick. If it wasn't for Michael Che, there'd be no Melanine Productions.
I just went, do you know what it is? I got frustrated waiting for jobs. I got frustrated with the underground not happening. Because I was supposed to be in lead in that, and if it come out, I think
first credit.
I'm gonna be the
main
guy.
In the lead,
so
in a big show.
Yeah.
So then, I was under the impression I shouldn't really be doing anything. Just wait for that, and then I just felt like I'd wasted so much time, and I just got, I'm impatient as well. And I got into this acting a bit later. I ain't got time to waste, so. F this, I'm just gonna write my own thing. And I've been on so many different sets, because I've been doing the circuit, like obviously from the improv, I'd moved to do work with other guys and different people. Some things people haven't seen yet. But I've been working hard, like on sets, filming, acting, just sitting there watching and observing everything that everybody does on the set. And that was literally what do you call it? That's like my
Initiation or
training.
training? Yeah.
Yeah, it's my
You're doing your homework.
YTS, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Man. So I've done that for 2-3 years, like, and watching everything inside out. So I felt confident enough because I was on sets, and sometimes people are directing, and I'd make a suggestion, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you're right, actually." And then when you watch afterwards, like, and you think to yourself, "That's because of me."
Yeah.
So I thought,
Or how could you not see that in the first place?
Yeah. So I just thought, you know what, let me try doing my own thing. Like, so I just had a built up team of people, and luckily everyone started to get into it because I think it's one of the first time a film like from like independent had been done in Slough, sort of.
Okay.
We did it between Ladbroke Grove and Slough, and I know a lot of people in Slough, and it's just like everyone started to get wind that I was doing a film, and then people just wanted to get involved and help. So I had a couple of friends that were helping, doing running on the sets, and then I called certain people that I think that could fill certain roles, people with confidence, people that I just felt that I just looked at the roles and I knew already who
you gonna put in that position.
I just knew like who could fit those roles.